It's time to bring back a favorite,
Jan Moya,
who has some thoughts about Prince Harry's recent trip to London.
What do Charles and William think about the Spencers' very public embrace of Harry, which could cast them in a cold and unflattering light?
I would say, well, you should have scheduled the garden party for another day.
Prince Harry could not have been more delighted to see them inside the great cathedral and almost biblical scenes of redemption. He hugged the Spencers. He kissed them. He fell upon their necks like the return of the prodigal son.
Yeah, he saw the closest connection he has to his dead mother, Diana's two sisters, who reportedly flew in for Lilibet's christening when the rest of the royal family did not, who all showed up when Prince William and Prince Harry unveiled Diana's statue at Kensington Palace. The same aunts and uncle that Prince Harry acknowledged in his book Spare, saying, "Stand out thanks to my mother's siblings for their love, support, time, and perspective." It's not surprising that Harry was excited to see his family. Janice so glad that they were there for him. She was sad to think of Harry flying over and
clutching his little box of medals, thrumming his fingers on his temples, his anxiety levels rising as the dog ball threat and the road less traveled rise up to meet him yet again.
Gross. I guess at least she didn't say that the dog bowl incident made Prince William look edgy. Jan does not see the Spencers as heroes, though. He doesn't see them as people that want to pick a side or a fight.
Someone with a natural nobility who was classless, and who proved in the last year that she needed no royal title to continue to generate her particular brand of magic.
Yeah, no, I think the Spencers have been over it. Recall, it was Earl of Spencer, Diana's brother, who was furious that Harry and William were made to walk behind their mother's coffin, which Jan wrote about in the September 2022 piece. If grief is the price we pay for love, then public exposure at times of peak personal grief is an unfortunate part of the royal bargain. It's always interesting who deserves privacy. To Jan, it's easy for the Spencers to come.
He hasn't accused either of them or anyone in their immediate family of being racist, bullies, sneaks, liars, and downright stinking rotters.
Maybe they haven't done anything racist. Maybe, in fact, they followed through with what the Earl of Spencer said during Diana's eulogy.
She would want us today to pledge ourselves to protecting her beloved boys, William and Harry, from a similar fate. I do this here, Diana, on your behalf. We will not allow them to suffer the anguish that used regularly to drive you to tearful despair. Beyond that, on behalf of your mother and sisters, I pledge that we, your blood family, will do all we can to continue the imaginative and loving way in which you are steering these two exceptional young men, so that their souls are not simply immersed by duty and tradition, but can sing openly as you planned.
He had a few choice words for the media and their treatment of Diana.
Clearly, that lesson was not internalized.
Begins by saying that the Spencer support was nice, and so too was the small, cheering crowd of blimps who turned up for him. Okay, Jan, Sean Spicer, Moyer. And of course, we got to add in Meghan for SEO. You can't understand why she would miss this event, which gives her a sham regal sheen. No, it wasn't a sham regal scheme. According to Jan, Meghan has no excuse for not visiting the UK. She contradicts herself by saying, but she doesn't need one anymore because the dust has settled and we all know where we stand. It's so weird that Meghan doesn't feel safe and welcomed back to the UK, which, if she had gone, she would have been accused of stealing the limelight from Prince Harry. But if the dust has been settled, why are you still writing about her?